Hello everyone, welcome back to the Big official YouTube channel. Today we have a very cool team that we're going to be using on the ladder. So I'm sure many of you are aware, but a few weeks ago, thanks to the generous Daddy Buzzwool, the Big official server hosted a $500 KLAWF bounty ladder challenge. And the rules of the challenge were pretty simple. Using only stall, hit top 5 or higher on the SVOU ladder. And the winner of that challenge ended up being Ewan, who ended up making this team, which he actually RMT'd a few weeks ago as well. And so this is the team that we are going to be using today. So taking a quick look at this team, we can see, it has a lot of the standard staples, Gliscor, Dondozo, Toxapex, Corviknight, Blissey. And one of the stipulations of this challenge was that you actually could not use anything with offensive setup. Now, moves like Calm Mind and Curse don't count, or Iron Defense, because these are primarily used for defensive setup. Blissey is typically using Calm Mind to wall stuff like Golden Go, not necessarily to sweep teams, although it can do that, but that's not one of the primary goals of the move. So something like a Swords Dance KLAWF was not allowed in this challenge. And so because of that, Ewan had to be, very creative with the sets he ended up using. And he finally settled on this very interesting Terra Blast Ice Rocky Helmet utility set. And so, the goal of this set is to set rocks when it can, maybe knock off a few items here and there. But most importantly, and this was actually what really allowed him to really push high in the ladder and win games against, some really good teams, was using this Terra Blast Ice to, pick off Pokemon that are, 4x weak to ice, like Gliscor, like Landorus, that can, give this team a lot of trouble. So without further ado, let's hop into a game. All right, so for this first game, looks like we've got a Sand team with a Latios and an Ogerpon Wellspring. And a Hippowdon, which is actually quite interesting. Normally you expect to see Tyranitar on these things. So, right away, just kind of identifying the threats. This Latios is definitely, could be a problem. So, a couple different sets that it could run. It could run, like a Trick Specs or a Trick Scarf. So need to scout out for that. Ogerpon is always deadly, as always. And, we don't have an Amoonguss here, so I have to be very careful. One thing I do like is he doesn't have a grounded poison. He does have this Corviknight, which probably has defog, so that's kind of annoying. But we do have Toxic Spikes on our Toxapex, so being able to leverage that is going to be very important in this game. So I think with that, because I can always activate my Toxic Orb on half of his team, I'm actually going to lead Toxapex to dissuade any kind of Ogerpon or Latios lead, which he might go for. So he leads Latios like I anticipated. So right away, like I said, this could be Specs, this could be Scarf, so we need to be careful about what he could do. I need Toxapex alive to deal with this Ogerpon Wellspring, so I cannot stay in here. So I think, unfortunately, probably just gotta go KLAWF here, and hopefully he doesn't die. We'll see. Okay, click sub. So, that's mildly annoying. But not the end of the world, because that means this is probably like Psychic Noise Draco or something like that. And so that's actually not too threatening. It will mean we need to Terra, but that's not the end of the world. So we'll see what he does. And it reveals Aura Sphere and Leftover. So either he's not Calm Mind or he's not packing a dragon move, I think. So that bodes well for us here. Perfect. And it doesn't even look like he's Calm Mind. So this set is actually not threatening at all. So I'm actually not too worried. I'm gonna Ice Beam here just in case he decides to switch out into something. He might, because yeah, like I said, it doesn't look like he's Calm Mind. So this set is actually really not that threatening. Kind of curious what made him want to run a Calm Mindless substitute Latios, but hey, he's almost 1900, so I guess something's working out for him. Okay, he is Psychic Noise, so I will have to Terra, but like I said, I think that was something I was prepared to do, so I'm not too worried about that. I don't have to Terra just yet. I think we can be a little patient on this. Although I think, like I said, it's probably inevitable. So here I'm just gonna get spikes. I don't really care about Garganacl keeping its leftovers, or it can't really do anything to my team. It might be the curse set, but that's okay. We have Haze, Toxapex. I don't need to knock it off right away. I just want to force progress as much as I can against this team. So this Corviknight is probably Defog, which... Yep. So we're just going to keep on setting hazards. Might just have to stall this thing out, which fortunately may take a long time, but hey, we wouldn't be playing stall if we were afraid of long games now, where would we? Okay, nice. And that's doing nothing, so this is good. That means we can set up rocks in his face pretty much all game. Alright, so we get rid of his helmet. I'm going to switch out here, actually, to get the regenerator. I don't need to keep this super healthy, just healthy enough to, be able to switch in on Corviknight and Garganacl to occasionally take Assault Cure. Nice. So because of Regenerator healing 33%, we actually net heal from this, because 10 plus 12 is only 22, so we've actually net healed almost 11%. So we're just going to protect here. Hopefully he defogs into this protect, and he's only got 24 defog PP. We have 64 PP of hazards with 32 stealth rock, 32 spikes. Now it's not truly 32 each, it's actually more like 16 each, because if you count pressure every time you set a hazard, when Corviknight switches in, it actually uses up 2 PP, not 1. So we do have to be careful with how many hazards and how often we set these, because if we just keep setting them into the Corviknight every time it comes in, it's actually going to be able to stall out our hazards, which we don't want, because then that makes it a lot harder for us to win. Okay, he does reveal the Curse and likely Earthquake, which is fine. I think the only thing we're worried about here is stalling out the Salt Cures, but we actually have 2 Pokemon that are immune to ground, so this actually isn't all that much of a threat. And we do have the Haze here on Toxapex, and it's physically defensive, which is nice. So in the rare event that this thing gets out of hand, we always have that kind of emergency Haze with this thing. Okay, and he makes a pretty aggressive play here, switching in Latios into Toxapex. So yeah, I'm curious what this Ogerpon set is. But yeah, like I was hoping to possibly save Terra for this thing, but I guess with physical Toxapex, we don't have to worry about that. So I think like I was saying earlier, I think the Blissey Terra is somewhat inevitable. So I think we'll go for it. And he does Psychic Noise, so that's good. So I don't have to heal just yet, because this is his only special attacker, and this is the only thing that I'm switching Blissey in on. So as long as I stay out of range of Latios, it's nowhere to me. So So we can just, you know, get damage on whatever comes in, you know. Maybe we get a freeze, maybe we get a special drop from Shadow Ball, you know, who knows. Normally I like to run Flamethrower on Blissies for this reason. You know, you get to punish the steel types that like to come in. You just get to punish them that much harder. But it's no worry, because as long as we have one hazard up, this is a game we can win in the long term. So we're totally fine keeping this up here. So he may switch to Ogre Pawn here, expecting me to switch out. We'll see. He doesn't. That's interesting. But that's fine by me, because like I said, as long as we have at least one layer up, you know, we're making progress every time he switches. So that works for us. I think I can Toxic Spike once here, put on a little bit of pressure. And I guess I was wrong when I was saying we only had 64, because he doesn't have a grounded poison. We actually have, you know, the additional 32 Toxic Spike, which he has to either spin away with Extra Drill or defog away with his Corviknight. So whenever this comes in, we'll just get some damage on it. Can't hurt. I think the name of the game is just going to be stall out these roosts, stall out these defogs. And he keeps body pressing into us, which is good for us, because I mean, he's taking the chip, so that is good for us. So yeah, we can keep this up forever, pretty much. He's really not a threat to us. Every time he defogs, you know, and you'll notice, like I said, just setting up only one layer at a time, never more than that. And just, you know, just being patient. That's kind of the name of the game sometimes when you're playing stall. Because the onus is on him to make an aggressive move. You know, sooner or later he's gonna have to double one of these ones in, and I mean, it's just a matter of time until we, you know, catch him. You know, he might expect me to spike here. In fact, I could probably do that now. You know, he'll expect me to. It's a little early. You know, he has to go Latios or Ogre Pawn if he wants to attempt to make any progress. So if he, you know, I'm not really too worried about these 4 mons here. So anything else that he does is no worry. Alright, we can Toxic here. Actually, yeah, we can, why not? Don't lose much by doing it. And just like that, got him. So that is step 1 of winning the game. Step 2 will be getting a Toxic off on this thing. In fact, fuck it. Let's go double. I think he's gonna expect me to go Blissey here. You know, normally I probably wouldn't make this play, but for the video, and you know, since I don't die, you know, hopefully we can speed things up a little here. I'm gonna make the aggressive play here. I mean, surely you don't click Substitute, or you don't click Psychic Noise into my clearly Terra Dark Blissey that I've shown. I'm switching in hard every time. Like I said, the onus is on him to make a play. So just like that, he goes hit Powdon, and then we get him again. So that works out for us perfectly. Could not have asked for it. Well, the only way that sequence could have been better was if he had gone Ogre Pawn, but you know, I'll take Toxic on these two any day of the week. I mean, after all, only these 3 can be Toxic, and he's given us Toxic on 2 of them. So, like I said, can't complain about that at all. I guess I could have been greedy and saved Terra on Blissey. But yeah, I had no way of knowing he would give me that Toxic that early. So, you know, it's all about making the right play, all about making the smart play. I should have actually gone Hippowdon and defogged, or I should have gone Corviknight and defogged on the Hippowdon, but it's no worry. So yeah, Hill Curse. Okay, I still have my boots, so I don't have to defog yet. Is he gonna reveal Earthquake? Yes. Alright, cool. Probably gonna curse again. Yes, he does. So I'm actually okay. I actually really don't need the PP on Corviknight at all. I mean, the HP on Corviknight at all, because, you know, Dondozo Walls, Excadrill, Hippowdon is dead. Latios is dead. Corviknight is no threat. So the only thing I have to make sure that I do is keep Toxapex healthy for the Ogerpon. Anything else doesn't really matter. So, like, as you can see, thanks to pressure, he actually only has 11 Assault Cures left. So, you know, this is a long-term winning exchange for us. He just doesn't have, he just does not have the PP to win this, I don't think. I think worst case, I'd probably just sack Corviknight. I wonder if I should defog. 18. Yeah, good. Keep Salt Curing. That's what we want. Because if he wastes all his Salt Cures, then Dondozo Walls. So that works for us. Same with Gliscor. Like I said, that's the great thing about having two flying types, plus an unaware. And then, like I said, if things get out of hand, I'm totally fine sacking Corviknight here, getting Haze off to reset everything, and then, you know, stalling out whatever remains. Shouldn't be too much. He really does not have a lot of PP left to hit us with. Yeah, that's only doing 23. So yeah, I mean, net we're taking 50 because of the 25% Salt Cure. But that's, you know, that's totally fine. Yep, keep doing that. Keep doing that. I'm actually totally fine with this. I'm gonna Iron Defense here again. Let's see if he Earthquakes. He should. I guess if he switches out, I'm dead. I'll boost. Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised at how this guy is playing. I would have expected him to be a lot more aggressive, especially with the Ogerpon. I mean, I think that's really his only way to make progress here. Like I said, I'm very surprised it hasn't come out at all, and he hasn't made any attempt to double it out, or to double into it. Okay, he goes to the drill. The driller. He does Rapid Spin. No worries. He's not Mold Breaker, so I don't have to worry about that. Into the Garg. A curious decision. So I'm not going to reveal that I have Earthquake yet. Like I said, I'm not too worried about I don't really need to kill this Garg. I just need to make sure it doesn't kill any of my mons. So I'm okay with Garg living. It doesn't do much for him. Alright, so here we have another situation. He probably expects me to switch out. I don't know. Alright, we'll switch out. Yeah. I guess he's content to sit back here, so we will do that all the same as well. He's only got 6 sculptures left, and once he burns through those, Dondozo walls this with ease. So we are in absolutely no danger here. Maybe I'll yeah, I'll just go Gliscor. It's kind of a balancing act between keeping Toxapex healthy for when Oropon does come in, and also making sure you try and minimize the opportunities that you give stuff to come in free. And that's kind of why I made that toxic play earlier. We can eat a Salt Cure here. In fact, that's his only way of touching us, so we can just sit here all day. Yep. Easy money. We'll go Dondozo once here. So yeah, he's got a Salt Cure us here. Damn, that did 40. That is a lot more than I would have expected. Okay, I do have to defog, otherwise I'm dead. That's okay. We'll get our chance. We'll get our chance to defog eventually. Okay, and he finally goes into a Oropon. Reveals the Swords Dance. We're physically defensive, so we live pretty much any hit here. So it looks like he's not Power Whip. The only way he can really threaten us is if he's Power Whip. So I'm going to Toxic Spike here. Oh, and he burned all his Salt Cures. Perfect. So yeah, the reason I Toxic Spike there is so he can't just, switch back out on me for free. Perfect. We get the extra rail switch. So he does Swords Dance. I'm gonna defog here. That way my Gliscor can come in free. Whenever. Oh, and he has Swords Dance Rapid Spin. So his only other move is Iron Head. So actually he can't even touch me. So I'm gonna Brave Bird once, see if I can break his balloon. Because that's gonna be good for our Gliscor. So yeah, we always go Hippowdon on his Hippowdon. We always go Gliscor, and now now we're back out of range of rocks, so there's no danger there. And looks like he's knockoff. He may be Encore. He may not be. He may be Swords Dance Encore, which would explain why he didn't attack me at all earlier. I guess this extra drill is mildly annoying. Wonder if I Brave Bird here. Expecting Oropon to come in. No need. Yep. I'll go Toxapex. Well, you know what? He has nothing to lose by. He has nothing to lose by trying to be aggressive and catch me out. So I'll stay in, because now that he's on the back foot, like I said, he kind of has to make the aggressive play to try and beat me. So that would include doing something like psychic noising into dark type to try and catch it. But if he stays in here, you know what? Soft boiling actually there was a misplay, because if he stayed in, he was dead. So I should have just attacked, because I know he's gonna switch. But it was too late for me to cancel that. So that's okay. So I mean, he is Power Whip. He's not Encore. Very, very interesting decision. I think I can recover here, seeing as it did less than 50. Yeah. I'm gonna go Corviknight here and defog every time, because now that my boots are gone, I don't want to be chipped into one-shot range from rocks. And because he's toxic, he cannot beat us. He cannot beat us long term. And he's body pressed too, so his Gliscor cannot. He can't damage Gliscor meaningfully either. So I think this game is pretty much a wrap. He is going to have to get very lucky and crit us or something like that if he wants a chance to win this one. So we'll take this chance to rest our Dondozo for this extra drill. Like, yeah, he'd have to do something crazy, like crit with extra drill, or crit with Ogerpon. It seems like that's what he's going for. So. It's only doing 40, not even 40. So no way he stays in here. I would hope. Yeah. Oh, it's a speed tie. Okay, well, that's annoying. So yeah, what he's trying to do is he's trying to just stall out Toxic with pressure, which, I mean, is a fair play. But thankfully we have Toxic Spikes, so he actually... it's going to be tough for him to do that. I think what I'm going to start do is maybe Haze or something. Yeah. I think what I could start doing is start trying to click knockoff, maybe trying to dissuade this. So I've clicked Haze a few times. I think he might be conditioned now to expect a Haze. Okay, he doesn't. We only have 4 Toxic left, so probably have to start being a little careful now. Yeah, as long as we keep getting up these hazards, he's got to keep defogging, he's got to keep rapid spinning, and sooner or later, he's not gonna be able to remove on us. All right, so we'll knock off. That's good chip, 20%, not bad at all. Oh, bailed by the miss. That's the other thing about using Power Whip. Shit accuracy. So. The power comes at a cost. Alright, no fucking way he stays in again. Yeah. Knock again. Yeah, and that's really starting to add up. So he cannot keep making that play. Am I physical? No, I'm special defensive. Okay, I can't stay in. He's getting a little salty here. Stall plus luck, what can I say? I mean, I don't know, man. What about that play on the Latios? Was that luck? You tell me. Okay, only 2 left. But I'm actually not worried because now this actually... I have my 2-turn sleep dozo. And he lives any 1 hit. So... even if we somehow ran out of toxics, we still have outs. We still have outs. And this Corv is running low on PP, so sooner this Gliscor will actually be able to just completely sit on him. And when that happens, this Ogre Pawn is never coming in. He's going for broke. Trying to crit or something. Which, to be fair, is his only play, so can't fault him for that. Oh, he's once. And recover. You can't switch out because the toxic spike is up. Yep. We just go Corviknight. He always has to rapid spin into this. We can go KLAWF. If he earthquakes, it won't kill us, so that's not a worry at all. I wonder when he'll start Swords Dancing instead. The answer is not yet. So here we knock off, expecting the Ogre Pawn. And we can make this play because he has run himself out of Corv PP. And so he has lost the long game. Yeah, easy money. Does this kill? It may. Now we go Corv. He's got to Power Whip into this helmet. Nah, we can ace. I'm really I don't know. I'm tempted to make this play. I'm very tempted to make this play. Yeah, he knew I was tempted to make that play too. So get on him. Yeah, we'll just take our kill. Doesn't hurt to double attack in case he expects a switch. We lose nothing. Like I said, he can't sit on us anymore because he has, what, 7, 12, 15 total PP left. So, just like we have to be careful with our toxic PP, he has to be careful with his core PP. And, you know, fortunately for us, he wasn't. So, all good. You can't go hip out on it either now, because sand will kill his Ogre Pawn too. It's kind of funny. I guess I should have avalanched. If he goes Ogre Pawn here, though, I'm 100% staying in. I will live any hit, and we will take him out. Yep, perfect. He's dead. Shadow Ball. In case he tears. Look at that. And that is the game. I'll toss him a little early GG, see if he says anything about it. So, I don't know, I think he's gonna, okay, now we can reveal Earthquake and take him out. Okay, Ghost Curses. So now we just go Corv here, pressure his remaining defogs. Yep. So that's the great thing about pressure 2. when you defog into me and I have pressure, it takes up 2, not 1. The reason I didn't do that earlier is because I didn't want... Whenever he defogged, I wanted to be able to set another hazard back up in his face right after he defogged, which would, you know, limit the number of turns where there's no hazards on the field, which then gives Ogre Pawn chances to come in. So I wanted to minimize the chances that Ogre Pawn could be doubled in and catch me off guard. So I didn't try to PP stall his defogs earlier because, like I said, I had 96 hazard PP versus his 24 defogs, and you know I didn't really need to be aggressive with how I did that. So he's gonna try and preserve his defogs as best as he can. It's a futile endeavor. He just doesn't have the PP to do it. His extra drill is dead after 2 more rapid spins, and on the last rapid spin, he won't even be able to get the hazards off because I don't know if you guys, some of you may not know, but if you rapid spin into a helmet and you die from the helmet, you actually don't get rid of the hazards. Yep, and there we go. That was a long one, 192 turns, but hey, this is stall. That's the name of the game. I think I'll see if I can get one more for you guys, but you know that was a pretty good one. So again, same as usual, taking a look, you know, what are the threats? Meowscarada, funny enough, without spikes and a physically defensive Toxapex, I'm not as worried about Meowscarada. I'm really not. Got a Helmet Corv to punish Axles and U-turns, as well as a Helmet KLAWF to punish that, and a physically defensive Toxapex. There's pretty much any hit. Belly Drum Azu, same deal. We got a Dondozo. I don't care. The only thing I'm worried about is this Latios. And if this is like some like body press ice beam, like, you know, really weird mixed Goodra set, that could be annoying too. But that's pretty rare. I think most of the time you'll find it's like AV for attacks like Bolt Beam, Draco kind of coverage. So, you know, Blissey, Corv, Bliscor, you know, one of these guys can deal with that just fine. So I don't see the harm in leading Gliscor. And I may even Terra. Okay, he does click knockoff. I'm sure he's got Ice Beam. I'm not going to Terra yet, simply because I don't know what this Latios set is. And I don't care if Toxapex gets knocked off. Okay, well that sucks. Ouch. I don't think there's a single attack he can kill us with from this range, but I won't stay in. I want the regen anyways. I am going to go Corviknight here to defog any rocks that he might set. So as long as we keep off the rocks, we don't have to worry about the knockoff at all. He's going to U-turn. Hopefully we unfreeze here. We don't. That sucks. Okay, Dracos. Ooh, no. So yeah, same deal as last game. Name of the game, keep the hazards off. It's always so funny to me when they knock off and then trick, because all you're gonna do is just knock off the scarf again. So, you know, did you really accomplish anything by doing that? He's getting pretty bold with it, swapping into Tusk now. I mean, swapping his Tusk into Pex. You know, just assuming that I'm gonna stay frozen, which you know, what if I don't? So he may trick. If he does trick, I want to give him this Toxic Orb. Okay, and he got mine, so that's fine. Terra Steel. And I'll probably Terra Dark after this. You know what? No, I'm just going to Terra Dark right here. Yep, and he... Because, you know, if he was something like Psyshock, like, that would have been real bad. And we get him. So, you know, he was being very reckless for no reason. You know, he got gifted by the freeze and thought that it would stay that way, and that's just not the case. And so now, I do want a Brave Bird, but I don't need to, simply because I don't want to get burned by Moltres. Oh shit, why did I do that? No worries. Yeah, and I think Draco is his only move to touch us here, so we're at no risk here. Minor misplay, but all good, no worries. Okay, this thing is fucking annoying. God damn. I don't know what the last move is. If it was like flamethrower, that would be really annoying. Looks like he's pretty slow though, so maybe KLAWF can do something into it. We'll see. Yeah, if there's anything that's gonna beat me, it's gonna be this thing, not any of these guys. Well, he keeps U-turning, not really respecting the helmet, which I find quite odd. Honestly, you can probably go on Dozo. I just want to get rid of this thing. Why would you do that? Do I? Yeah, I will. Let's rip it again. Is that banded? I don't know, man. Azu is just so weak. I can't even tell. Okay, he's not banded. And like just like I said, he knocked off my scarf. That's what we wanted. That's perfect. Okay, good. I wanted this in, or Brick Break in, and that's some good damage. As he immediately kills us. Well, tough. So I'll protect once. Okay, he didn't even suspect Earthquake. Knock off once. Get rid of that Soul Dew. Perfect. So he is... We can now get up the spikes. And his Tusk is on its last legs. So it's kind of just a matter of time here. Just gotta play it patient. So if he's Trick, he may not be Triple Axle. I highly doubt it. I'm not going to risk it. I don't think he is. Alright, he's not banned. He's definitely Assault Vest. I think this still may kill, so I have no sense in risking it. So yeah, this is the annoying Mon. Thankfully we don't get burned. So we can't spin and set rocks at the same time, so it looks like we get these off. I don't think he's Triple Axle, so good. His Tusk is dead. That's what we wanted to see. I'll spike up once more. And look at Blissey take that +2 Draco Meteor like it was nothing. Maybe worth for him to just fish for the crit right there, but he doesn't. So he's still going to go for it, which, I mean, at this point, it's his only out. So, why not? he's slowly dying to spikes here. Not quite sure what he's doing, and he forfeits. So pretty simple win. You know, just stuck to the game plan. You know, identified the threats, identified what he needed to do to win, and then you know executing my game plan to kind of counteract that. So yeah, you know, two pretty good games featuring KLAWF. You know, KLAWF actually put a good amount of work in this one, I would say. You know, got in the helmet chip, got up the rocks, which helped keep up the pressure. And in this game, he got off that very nice 35%, or whatever it was, 30% into the Gudra. But, you know, sometimes when you're using mons like KLAWF, you know, they're not always going to put in crazy work every game. You know, this can't expect KLAWF to perform like it's a Blissey or something. But yeah, I think that was a pretty good showcase of the team. You know, I think the team does surprisingly well. And you know, I think it's no surprise why it won $500. So yeah, as always, you know, please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments, you know, what videos you guys want to see next, and what you liked about this video, or maybe what you didn't like, and you know, what I can do to improve. I think next video I'm considering doing something like a, you know, either subscribers or maybe, you know, Stalcord members can submit their own, you know, cool stall teams, you know, very similar to, you know, this KLAWF stall team. You know, maybe your fun and unorthodox, interesting stall teams, and I will try and take them out on, I don't know, what do you call this, high ladder? I don't know, 1828, top 150, mid ladder-ish, somewhat high ladder. But yeah, love to, you know, see all the fun, crazy stuff that you guys come up with, and you know, give it a shot. So I think that might be the next video. But if you guys have you know, if you guys have other ideas, or you know, want to see something else, definitely let me know. But with that, I will thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys all next time.